Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, feds and degenerates, it is that time again. Mild's Culture Plate. Mild's Culture Plate. It is Saturday. Yes, Saturday, February 11th, 2023. Super Bowl weekend. As you can see, I'm decked out in my Kansas City Chiefs red. No secret of my bias. We'll get into that in just a moment. 4 o'clock, time to party, time to have a good time here on Mild's Culture Plate. Anyone out there watching, we kind of have a new rule here on Mild's Culture Plate. We have a whiskey of the day. Today I'm drinking Jefferson's Ocean. And whenever someone says hi in the chat, I take an extra little swill for now. You know, that if this channel grows to be any fucking decent size for these live streams, I may have to amend that definitely. But if you come in, you say hi in the chat, I'll cut you a toast. So first off, welcome to the show. It's going to be a laid-back, fun show today. You know, no serious fucking topics. We're going to kind of browse some... excuse me. Browse some online content. Maybe catch a couple viral videos. Maybe catch a couple of interesting news stories. But nothing major. Nothing really to rant about. I'll give a little bit of my my little Super Bowl kind of breakdown, if you would. What I think might happen tomorrow in the big game, and just an overall what the hell are you doing this week, folks. Anyway, cheers to anybody out there watching. Oh, good stuff. All right, so yeah, Super Bowl 57, or the big game as it's known in areas where people, don't necessarily talk about such things under copyright issue. What do I think's going to happen? Well, I've had a chance to soak in some of the national media's predictions and breakdown, and I agree with most of them that this is going to be a weird battle of elite teams, elite quarterbacks. The reason I think the Kansas City Chiefs just might have an upper hand is no one is giving credit to the rookies. On paper, these teams have scored the same number of points. The quarterbacks are damn near neck and neck. You have superstar receivers on both teams, with Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end. You have A.J. Brown on the other side. You have pretty much, line for line, two of the best centers in the game in Jason Kelce, and Creed Humphrey. You have a decent defensive line in both teams. But where I think the Kansas City Chiefs might just have an edge are those guys who may not be household name superstars outside of the 816-913 area codes. And I'm talking about Willie Gay, Nick Bolton. I don't understand, like ESPN, NFL Network, and if you're not into football, this is going to be short, so please just bear with me just one moment while I get this rant out. ESPN and NFL Network are giving Jalen Hurts far too much credit for the run-pass option when Kansas City has these two just monsters at linebacker. Willie Gay and Nick Bolton can do their job and do it well. But, you know, you got to have your news stories, national media, East Coast media. I understand. But again, I go back to what I originally said. It's the rookies. George Karlaftis. Jalen Watson. Sky Moore. These guys can step up and be game changers when it's important. Anyway, so I look for it to be a big scoring game. 32-25, Kansas City. That's my prediction. Anyway, so yeah, I recognize that not a lot of people who may have access to my show are interested in any kind of football game, but you know, with me being a Chiefs fan, I had to cover it for just a moment on the show. Sorry about that. For the show today, like I said, it's going to be laid back. We're going to be, I think what I might wind up doing is just get on fucking YouTube Shorts and let it roll and give my opinion of what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's interesting content to anyone out there, but quite frankly, I don't have a lot of other content. I have a couple of weird little interesting videos. This is going to be like a what the fuck Saturday kind of thing. I don't have any other interesting... what the hell? I mean, I've got a couple little interesting videos off of Twitter that I want to share with you folks, but it's nothing major. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. Okay, so from Twitter, we got... Nuance Bro, talking about the NBA here. Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets apologizes for using an insensitive word because in this, I guess, post-game interview, here's what he had to say.
You had to bring the good looks because you guys were lacking that?
I seen it, but I was like, man, he's just talking for the last. We already had good-looking dudes, no homo. But, you know,
we had good-looking dudes, no homo. Fined $40,000 and forced to apologize for a no homo. No homo. Crazy. We live in crazy town. Okay, sorry, got to do the OBS window resizing for the next one. Let's see. This one was reposted by Meme Bastard. It looks like it come from a documentary of some kind, but I just wanted to kind of watch this. Because I started to watch it, and it looked like it might be interesting, but I haven't seen the ending of it. Let's check this out.
Last set of protective baffles and just 3 inches over the berm. It's speeding at 1,200 feet.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Smith takes aim and squeezes the trigger. In a fraction of a second, another shot is fired during the recoil phase of the original shot. It happens so quickly, the shooter doesn't know it left the gun. The bullet the target.
So a second bullet. So she fires a bullet. She's in target practice. She fires a bullet at the target, and on the recoil, somehow another bullet, like her finger is still on the trigger, and another bullet goes off. And it shoots
high and to the left.
High into the left. Upwards.
Underneath the last set of protective baffles and just
past the protective barriers and above the berm.
Speeding at 1,200 feet per second. The bullet blasts
into the building.
Goes through a storage room.
Through a storage room.
Some pipes by less than an inch, and then breaks through a second wall, entering the air gun range.
Oh no!
The bullet does something unbelievable. It strikes an ordinary ceiling tile.
Oh! Look, it should have went up into the. It should have went up into the ceiling tile.
Some unknown reason, it doesn't blast straight through into the roof. Instead, it skids along the tile for 7 inches before mysteriously changing direction.
Uh-oh.
Making a
Uh-oh.
turn
Oh no.
Begins a downward path. It slows to about 900 feet per
Uh-oh.
second, penetrates the
Ah!
plaster wall,
Oh no!
and enters Trey Cooley's head.
Trey Cooley's head! Okay, I don't know who Trey Cooley is, but rest in peace, brother. What the hell? That is such an insane story. Like, God wanted you to die that day. I hate to say that. But for so many random things to have happened on the trajectory of that bullet. It could have hit the protective barrier, the berm, he could have slowed down going into the wall, could have hit the pipes, it could have hit all these other things. But man, it traveled just right and ricocheted at just the right angle. That is insane. That is insane. Wow. So let's do this. Wow. Let's go ahead and play YouTube Shorts Roulette. What do you think? Anyone out there willing to do this? Oh, looks like the first video up for grabs here is going to be Jordan Peterson on Joe Rogan.
And you come to work in a negligee? No. How about boxers if you're a man? No. Okay, so there's some...
What about a short skirt?
Well, this is the thing. The devil's in the bloody details. You can't come to work naked. You can't come to work in boxer shorts. You can come to work in a suit.
Well, I mean, when he says the devil's in the details, well, the biggest detail is what kind of employer do you have? What kind of workplace is this, right? There are lots of workplaces where you can dress semi-casual. And definitely if you're a bartender, if you're a lady bartender, yeah, you can dress. I'm assuming that if I remember this interview, I actually watched this interview live. I think what he's talking about is sexualization in the workplace. And yeah, definitely if you're a female bartender at a lot of these places, yeah, they don't care if you're dressed in skimpy, provocative clothing. But we're specifically talking about professional workplaces with very strict harassment policies and anyway, we'll see what he...
Okay, so the line is somewhere between boxers and suit. Where exactly is the line? Exactly.
Can a man wear shorts?
Well,
if he can,
look,
why can a woman wear a dress?
The way that men... In professional organizations, the way that men solved this problem was that everyone wore a uniform. And a uniform makes you uniform.
Oh, no! A uniform makes you uniform. I mean, you gotta love the simplicity of someone in a political conversation just flat out taking a word and using it the exact way it was intended, and then pointing out, this is why this word exists. I fucking love it when people in political conversations do that, because in the modern times, it's almost as if words have become meaningless. We've taken these phrases and these proverbs, right? And we just apply them wherever we think they fit. Wherever it just feels good. And we don't think about the actual meanings of the words within the phrase or the proverb or whatever, the comparison we're making. We just slap this saying or phrase on something, and then it loses the heart of its meaning. But yeah, when he goes, yeah, a uniform is a uniform. Uniform makes you uniform. Exactly. It creates uniformity in people. It tempers down the ability to be unique and different and special in a professional setting, because your individual personality does not fucking matter in a professional setting. If I'm negotiating with a customer, so to speak, let's say I work at a tire shop, and I'm talking to a customer about the prices of the different size wheels we have. That customer gives no shits what I do on the weekends. Like, he gives no shit. I mean, granted, you know, showing city pride by wearing sports shirts is one thing. But if I were to wear some random sports team shirt that has nothing to do with the geographic location I'm in, like the guy buying wheels either he gives no shits or he hates me because he supports a different team. That hurts business. You want uniformity. You want to push those personality traits out of the way. Push out whoever the fuck you are after hours out of the way, and just be a good salesman. Anyway.
That's why you wear it, and the uniform is the suit, and it's a derivation of a military garb. And so the idea was, well, we want to get rid of excess diversity, right?
Uh-oh. Be careful. Be careful. People really love that word.
In clothing, wear your damn suit. Then we know you're playing the game, and we don't have to be distracted by what you're wearing. Can you?
Okay.
Man of your dreams, $50K per year. Are you taking them?
Absolutely not. Like a good father.
Okay, so this looks like Fresh and Fit.
Should your husband make?
My husband?
Yeah.
I'm 20.
What?
50K is not enough, so how much?
Wait, what? What the fuck? Is she trying to insinuate that she's too young to think about attracting a reasonable providing partner?
At least $1 million a year.
$1 million? What? This bitch just said $1 million a year. She better be the. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, that's okay.
What traits would you bring to the table to keep that going?
Oh.
Well, of course, loyalty.
Loyalty. What do you bring to the table? Loyalty. You want a pile of money. You want me to bring $1 million. And you bring loyalty. Okay, I'm going to say it. Bitch, I could go down to the pound, spend $60 and get a dog more loyal than you. You ain't that fucking hot. Your loyalty, shit. If you're demanding $1 million up front, that's not very fucking loyal.
I'm an attractive woman, so of course I would attract.
I'm an attractive woman. What? You think you're an attractive woman. I don't think you're that damn hot, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are lots of guys probably in the audience here who would love to take this woman on a date. They probably don't have $1 million, but you ain't that hot. You ain't that hot. And I say this knowing I'm a fat, ugly motherfucker, right? I know I'm a fat, ugly motherfucker. You ain't got to say it. I know it. You ain't that hot.
A man like that.
I can attract a man like that. No, you can't. No, you can't. Maybe a simp on OnlyFans, but you ain't going to have no loyalty or respect for him. This idea that you're bringing loyalty to that table, that you're a lying bitch.
And family values, morality.
Family values and morality. When you have put $1 million price a year, $1 million a year price tag on that pussy, no.
I come from a good family. I
come from a good family. I got called bullshit. I want to see the relationship with this woman's father. I got to call bullshit. You come from a good family. I want to see your relationship with your father. I don't believe it. Am I... Here, let me resize this shit just a little bit. Okay, let's try that. It's a little bigger. Yeah, I don't believe you.
You know, I'll take cooking classes. I don't know how to cook. But
I'll take cooking classes. You're 20. You're 20 years old. At the very least, you should already know the basics. You should know how to throw something in a skillet with a little bit of oil and a little bit of seasoning, and at least make the basics. At least know when the pink is cooked out of a piece of meat. You're going to take classes to learn how to cook. You're 20. You should already be halfway there if you expect to nab a guy who makes $1 million a year.
But I'll take cooking classes.
Okay.
Somebody's saying, bro.
I don't know what else to say.
I don't know what else to say. What else do you need? Oh.
You think that deserves an $1 million man?
Yeah. Why not?
You don't even know how to cook.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I said I'll take cooking classes.
Man of your dreams.
Okay, that's over. What is this? Eh. What the hell? Someone spit on the ball? Why is the caption Hilgenberg doesn't shower? This is crazy. Oh, okay.
Ava, you're smirking and laughing. There's a serious point here. A lot of young men feel...
Okay, we got... Oh, Piers Morgan talking about Andrew Tate, allegedly, down in the description here. So we're for anyone that's just showing up, we're playing... we're doing YouTube Shorts Roulette. I'm just playing random videos off of YouTube Shorts and reacting to them. And yeah, this is going to be Piers Morgan defends Andrew T. So we'll see what he has to say here.
Male figure is now being rubbished and called toxic.
I mean, if you really...
Wait a minute. Is he trying to say Andrew is a traditional male? I don't... Look. Andrew Tate is definitely not a traditional male, but we'll see what this chick has to say.
Felt that and you really went out there and you were an alpha male, then you wouldn't be bothered about a bunch of women that
Well, you would if
like
you
your
get cancelled,
behaviour
like
as an
Andrew
alpha
Tate.
male.
If you get banned from
I mean, he's
social
hardly
media
been cancelled. He was on your programme, which is on national television.
But
so
it's the
that's
only
hardly a
platform actually he's
cancellation.
had for a long time because all the social media companies banned him, literally banned him. He had his email gone, his Google gone.
Well, yeah, but Piers, you played a role in that, dude. Like, come on, Piers, you played a role in that.
It all went down like dominoes.
Well, he's still on there, very, very prolific on there. I can't move for clips.
Yeah, but they're not generated by him now.
But that's been for quite some time.
But should he
He's still
be
got
punished that way?
What is punished?
Punish is where...
What is punished? This chick, if a guy asked her to pay for her own dinner on a date, would feel like she's being punished. And yet, when a guy gets removed from every major website on the planet, she says, well, what is punishment? As if nothing happened to the guy. Now again, I'm no Andrew Tate simp. I'm no Andrew Tate stan. I don't like the guy. In fact, you know, fucking cheers to anyone who feels like they got scammed by him. It is what it is. The guy got banned, but this chick, she's off her rocker.
Is where companies take a decision which, in my view, in this case, was perverse because they still allow, for example, the Ayatollah of Iran.
Now, good point.
Yes.
Piers, You were in on the fucking dog pile. Piers Morgan was in on the dog pile against Andrew Tate. And now he's like, oh, I can't believe they did that to him. Come on now, bruh.
Ava, you're smirking.
Okay, so that was the end of the video.
Okay,
we got Just Pearly Things. For the record, I used to be subscribed to her. That's probably why they're giving me so much anti-feminist content. After that whole Vice panel that she was on, I subscribed to her. But dear Lord, she puts out like 1 million fucking shorts a week. Like, she puts out so many. She has to have several people on her staff dedicated to just going back to all the content she's ever produced and just chopping out little fucking 20-second chunks and uploading them as new content. I cannot, like, I can't. She's an okay person, but I cannot follow someone who's literally flooding. And when I say flooding, I mean overflowing my YouTube account with content that I couldn't possibly watch, right? There are literally so many videos a day in the feed that you can't find the other creators in your feed. So anyway, let's see what she has to say here.
On this show, we try to stick to the rule rather than the exception, and that's not the majority.
So I'll get to the rule. I'll get to the rule. 63% of youth suicides, are from single mother homes. 90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single mother homes.
You can't put that on the mother.
85% of children.
You can't put that on the mother. It's a stat. And no, nobody's saying it's always the mother's fault, but we live in a culture that's like, be a badass bitch. You don't need no man. You can do it without him. Motherhood is the hardest job on the planet and you deserve respect. At least be honest that it's not an ideal situation for the kid.
Who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison are from single mother homes.
So how are you going to blame the woman?
Well, he didn't blame
Why are you blaming the woman? Nobody blame the woman.
Guys, why is your immediate reaction you're blaming the woman when he's just reading a stat?
Well, okay, so Pearl's being disingenuous there at the end. Like, yeah, I had the same reaction. Yeah, he's just reading a stat. He's not blaming a woman. But he's reading it for a reason. He's pointing out that, yeah, single motherhood is not necessarily your ideal situation. So some women are to blame for that. And women are to not be so damn careful in picking their partner and trying to maintain a tight-knit relationship with the child's other parent. Those are important things for adults when we're dating to consider. Anyway, we'll move on.
Things that irk the shit out of me.
Uh-oh.
And this is where...
Ari Spears. What is this all about?
I wish two things my people would stop doing. Both black men and black women. And I know this is where Monique spoke to this.
I don't have a dog in the fight.
This is where I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I wish black women would stop wearing bonnets and hair wraps in public and in airports. I wish black men would pull their fucking pants up. I get so embarrassed when I see niggas in public with their whole ass out.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. This isn't... He's speaking about this from a black perspective, but as a white dude... Like, I go to the grocery store and see, white women in pajama pants and fucking hair curlers and looking literally like they just rolled out of bed and went straight to the grocery store. And, the same goes for dudes, literally not in any kind of public condition going out in public. Have a little fucking respect. I mean... I'm assuming because he's talking about this, he perceives it as, more frequent or worse in the black community or less of a care. But the same holds true. If you're going out in public, at least try to be a little presentable.
And I know black people who say, well, why you care what white people think? What a fucking dumb thing to say. It's not about being validated by white folks. You're a grown man. Why do you have your ass in the air? I'm getting to a point where I'm 47, where, like my mother, I think when you get in a certain point in age where you feel like you just want to say what you want to say and do what you want to do. But I know I wouldn't do this because you're going to get in a fight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, why do you care what white people think? And it's not white people. It's, again, we have this weird conversation that happens around race in our culture where professionalism, where being clean cut is seen as a white thing. The customer service script is a very white thing. Thank you for calling Movie Phone. No. Yes, it's an aspect born out of potentially some kind of white culture thing. Which again, it makes me laugh because then I continue to think about how it's called white supremacist, and then I keep hearing that white people don't have culture, but yet all of the things that would lean toward white culture is automatically called white supremacist and then needs to be torn down. But in all actuality, it's just a polite society. And the idea of politeness seems to be looked at as offensive. Anyway, I mean, fucking, applaud, fucking cheers to Ari Spears, man. You bring up a good point. I don't think it's particularly one race or another, but I agree. Motherfuckers don't need to have their asses out. Motherfuckers need to have a little respect for the people around them, man. There could be kids at the bus stop or whatever. Cheers. Oh, that went down a little weird. Ugh. All right, so let's see what's next on the wheel here.
Like my dad employs.
Oh no, more Pearly. I'm gonna.
And I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
I'm gonna keep skipping here.
Enemy spotted.
I don't get it.
I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged," he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, "No, it's not." I said, "Now wait a minute, bro." He said, and the moderator said, "Well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence?" Remember what he said, bro? He said, "I know the system is rigged because I use it." I said, "God."
So
Dave Chappelle. I mean, I love that bit because it really exposes why people hate Donald Trump, is because, yeah, he's crooked, but, and again, I don't think he fucking did a thing to drain the swamp, but if you want somebody to drain the swamp, you at least need a person who has some understanding of what the swamp might look like, even though I don't think he did anything of this fucking sort, so, oh well. So here we got AOC was stuck, ha ha ha.
The recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation.
Okay, so I just want to say this about what is it? YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, all these things. They do these reaction videos where you literally have a split screen where you have the video. And look, I'm guilty. I'm doing it right here. But at least say something. Like, use words. But they do a split screen where they're just like, no, use words. Speak. Give us content. Transform the content. Don't just watch it.
I recommend a zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
Oh, this is the border issue from a couple years ago.
With a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from
Holman,
his
with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. So.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about that. I mean, you cross the border, you're breaking the law. The guy had a point. She's obviously playing to emotions. You know, this is right after the whole photo shoot she did outside of the ICE Center where she's on the fence. I mean, I'm sure you all have seen this clip before. Again, I don't understand why we need this dude on the other side just nodding his head along to the video. Like, say something. Put in. Even if your input is exactly what I just did. Yep, he's right. Like, even if that's all you're adding, add something to the video, please.
I just wanted to ask.
Oh, Ben Shapiro.
Somebody's going to be a happier person because they say that they're a man or a woman. Like, what's the harm in just letting them do it?
I'm not in favor of government banning people who are adults. Children I'm in favor of banning because now you're talking about somebody who's not capable of consent. Right? All of our laws are based on the ability of people to consent. If you're a child, you can't consent. So I'm very much in favor of banning gender transition for kids. I think that it's frankly evil. I think you're making decisions for children who are not capable of making decisions for themselves that are permanent and have long-lasting, significant, and severe impact. As far as adults, if you're 25 and you want to get a sex change surgery and you feel like it's going to make you feel better, you have the right to do it. You do. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, the research on this stuff tends to be somewhat conflicting, but if it works for you, it works. Right? It's a free country.
I just want.
Again, I don't know what to say. Like, again, it's a children thing. We don't want children groomed, and I don't really care for Ben Shapiro, but as someone who considers myself more conservative, I take the same stance. Fuck, let adults be adults, but children aren't adults.
Yeah, there's more. He's on the stairs.
What's this? I don't even know what game this is. Oh, I gotta see this one more time.
Yeah, there's more. He's on the stairs.
Proximity chat is the greatest. I'm solo. Hey. Eat this, bitch. Eat this, bitch. Okay.
Tell me what you think the most systemic.
Oh, I know what this is. This is the Dave Rubin, Larry Elder clip where Dave Rubin had switched from a lefty to a conservative, allegedly. Yeah, this is great.
Issue is. What is it?
Black people, in many cases, were descendants of slaves. That racism as an institution, that it just a certain amount of it just exists.
2015. Give me the most blatant racist example you can come up with right now.
I actually think that this is the best.
Okay, so they're flipping back and forth between the interview and then I guess him being interviewed later about it.
And worst moment of my career at the exact same time, because when we finished this, it was not live streamed, it was live to tape. All the producers came up to me and were like, don't worry, Dave, we're going to get rid of that, we're going to edit it, whatever. You know, sometimes you just say something and you...
Okay, so I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware that his crew had offered him a chance to edit that out. And to me, this is why Dave is now conservative, because lefties don't do that. Lefties are like, oh yeah, that, got to get rid of that. That made me look bad. There are some who have some guts, but that took some guts.
You don't even know exactly why you say it. And I was like, no, if I'm an interviewer, if this is what I do, well, then how am I going to edit out basically the realest moment that has ever happened to me on camera the next day?
So, I like to do these philosophy streams, right? These videos where I talk about my philosophy and why I feel the way I do about the way the world is. And if someone's going to challenge that, if someone's going... Like, I'm willing to have conversations where that's challenged. I'm willing to have those debates where maybe I could be in the wrong and convinced of otherwise. You have to be like... If you're going to be an adult, you can't be a fucking hypocrite. You got to be able to accept responsibilities for the ideas in your head.
When the clip started going viral, and then it was clipped a zillion ways. Black conservative destroys white libtard. And when you're that white libtard, it's not that fun.
No.
But over a day or two, people were kind of like, Ruben kind of took the hit, and he listened and whatever. Then I realized, boy, there's maybe an opportunity here to think about things a little bit differently.
Tell me what you think the most systemic racist issue is.
Oh, it replayed. Okay, damn it! I was hoping they would show more of the old clip.
You want a traditional man in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be fair to say you're a traditional woman? I can answer
For the
that.
most part, yes.
Okay, but would a traditional woman
For
have
the most
her
part.
body half naked on Instagram?
See, that's where
what?
Okay, but hear me
differ.
out. You're exposing
What?
yourself in a sexual way.
Right.
You're condoning that.
I think it's based on the partnership. I think your partner would have to really be
Okay, but
comfortable
you
with
want
your
a
line of
traditional
work.
man. You want a traditional man, but see, this is the problem with a lot of modern day women. They don't want to be a traditional woman. Okay, so if you were the man, the love of your life, and he was the perfect guy that you created, and that's the guy who says, Christina, you're in love with me, you do anything for yep, I'll do anything for you, you do anything for me. I want you to close your Instagram account. Would you do it?
If I didn't have to rely
If
on Instagram for work, that is the perfect scenario.
Oh my God, he literally just told you could have the connection with the person of your fucking dreams. And you start that sentence with if. That's a no. Again, going back to the earlier chick who obviously was not going to be loyal. You would not be loyal in that scenario.
Where I knew this was my husband, I would not take away what makes me Christina.
But then you're not.
What makes me Christina? Her Instagram account is what makes her her. Holy shit. You're not a human without your Instagram. Oh my. Imagine saying that on a live show. Holy shit.
But you're not being traditional. You want a traditional.
Oh man. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's see what we got.
Biden has recently said that the biggest threat to the United States is white supremacy. What do you guys think about that? Is that the
This
greatest
is
threat?
Newsmax.
The greatest threat is not white supremacy. If we're talking about the Trump era, or if it's about the Trump era is definitely not white supremacy. The biggest threat is the left. The left.
Oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this chick. Holy shit. She doesn't seem conservative at first glance, but she's dropping bombs here.
Into our education system.
You're definitely not you're not a lefty.
I'm not a lefty. I'm not a commie. I don't like commies. Commies have ruined every country.
Joe Biden.
Wow. More power to you. I mean, she's a frumpy girl, like, it's weird because you almost expect the frumpier personality type to be a lefty, but she she's dressed a little frumpy with the overalls and the hat. Here, let me see the way that she looks again. Yeah, look at that. The giant hat, glasses, baggy overalls. Hey, much respect. I mean, I'm not calling her ugly. I'm just saying. DC, I don't need to watch that.
Does a man have to be masculine in order to attract a woman?
I think yes.
Does a woman need to be feminine in
order
to attract a man?
You need to be feminine in the right areas.
We did an episode on this talking about tomboys and how that's just a sign of a father being present, taught their girl the value of men and beyond her own body, beyond her looks. So when she says masculine, she's saying like she actually uses her hands, she helps out around the house, but not that she's actually manly.
Sorry, folks. I get a lot of gendered content in my. I mean, I don't know what that says about what I've thumbs upped on YouTube before, but
0.9 have moved in this type
more
of
Pearl,
way.
huh?
90% of men.
89.9.
Okay, you think 89.9
have moved mad.
No, that's not my experience. Like I just wouldn't. I mean, when I was young, I had a coach
Mad.
on me, but I wouldn't generalize all men with that.
89.9.
Yeah,
No, not even close. I would say most men are good men.
Like, do you know what you're saying? Do you have any brothers?
I have two brothers, one which is AWOL and the other which is dutty but kind of good.
So if you put your brothers in the room with us, that's 4 men, and then you put, wait, Kobe said that's 5. You put Blessing here, that's 6. Amiri just left, that was 7. If you put another 3, you're gonna say out of those 10 men, 8 of us are inappropriate and removed.
But you're picking like my brothers.
No, I'm picking.
You get what I'm saying
no, I'm
to you?
picking. No, I'm
and
not.
you're assuming that my brothers like are cool.
No, I'm just picking. I'm just picking 10 men, and you said 89.9. So let's
0.9. You think have moved in this type of?
I don't get it. I think she's saying 90% of men are perverts. I'm a pervert, so I got no argument.
What's the most racist joke you ever heard a white dude?
Uh-oh. I don't know if I could watch this live. We'll hear it.
Who tell a black dude that almost got the white dude fucked up?
All right, guys, it's just a joke. So little black boy was helping his mother baking a cake. He decided to be funny, so he poured
And again, now we got the split screen where the guy's just staring at the camera.
flour all over himself. He said, "Look, mama, I'm a little white boy." Smacks the shit out of him. "Go tell your daddy what you just did." So he ran upstairs. He said, "Look, daddy, I'm a little white boy." Smacks the shit out of him. "Go tell your grandma what you just said." So he went downstairs. He said, "Hey, grandma, I'm a white boy." Smacks the shit out of him. So he walks back to the kitchen. And then mama said, "What did you learn today?" He said, "I've been white for only 5 minutes. And I hate you black people already."
What's the most racist?
I don't think that was a racist joke. All right, can I say, and again, I didn't come up with this. Can I say the most racist joke I ever heard? Nah, I better not.
So if you can never relive the same day, why not make the most of the days that you have?
I am. I already am.
Uh-oh.
Right now, I'm not looking for a man.
Uh-oh.
But what is that man looking for?
YOLO.
Whatever he wants.
Shout out to Drake.
So if you want to, so okay, let me use her logic on her real quick. Let's say I decided, fuck this podcast shit. I want to play video games. I want to eat Cheetos. I'm gonna stop going to the gym. I'm gonna play Call of Duty all day. I said, yo, listen, I deserve a bad bitch. I deserve 2 girls licking me up and down at all times, no matter what. I deserve it, but I'm not gonna do anything to change. What would you say about it?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What would I say about you?
Yeah, would it be fair to say that I'm delusional?
Yeah.
So if you can never
Like, it never occurred to her that he's, like, literally talking about her. Like, she can't piece together the brain cells long enough to understand that that was a comparison.
Would I date an OnlyFans girl? I'm a conservative Muslim. We don't even date, period. If I wanted to marry you today, I would go to your father and I'd approach your father. What's your dad's name?
Dan.
Dan. I'd say, Dan, I've taken interest in your daughter. I think she's a lovely girl, but I wanted to approach you first. This is the respectful manner. I approached your father, Dan. And your father, he would take that responsibility of vetting me out. He would take his due diligences upon me. And then after that, once Dan has gotten to know me and...
Yeah, look... I'm of 2 minds on this kind of fucking mindset. Like, again, no disrespect to conservative Muslims, right? I kind of understand why this is the way, because, quite frankly, when you have these teenage girls, and these early 20s girls who, at least in America... You saw the last clip. That last clip, she wanted to party, have a good time. And then the earlier one, I won't delete my Instagram. When these are their priorities, can you trust their picker? and not all young women. There are plenty of young women who have a decent head on them and an understanding of priorities, but there are a lot of young ladies who don't. And that's where a strong conservative father comes into play. But for a guy who's looking to mate, to have to go get like you're dating daddy, that's a little bit of a bridge too far. Like, make daddy respect you. Like, that's the important part. Make daddy respect you, and hopefully she cares enough about her daddy's opinion, like, that they have a good relationship. But that's the problem. These young girls don't have a relationship with daddy.
And has accustomed himself with me, and me and you have sat down a couple of times. Maybe we go for coffee. The family don't always have to be around. After that process, it's very swift and quick. At that moment, you and your father, Dan, will decide. You say to your dad, look, I like him or I don't like him. And then after that, your dad will be like, okay, we're going to make this happen or we don't make this happen.
Okay.
And in this way,
Well, that I can understand some of that.
Dan's daughter is able to maintain one of her most valuable assets, which is her chastity.
Oh, chastity. I hate that. Look, they blurred out Pearlie's legs on this. Like, they didn't want to see her naked legs because they knew they had other conservative Muslims as an audience. That is fucking hilarious. I fucking love that shit. Goddamn, the shit you fucking get algorithmed up on fucking YouTube Shorts is just amazing.
I'm wondering if you guys would be willing
Protesters,
to
huh?
come inside
Transphobia?
and listen to the event.
Did you just say you don't watch my videos? But you're here.
I checked out your webpage, kind of know your ideologies, and I've heard about your ideology. I don't agree with it.
What don't you agree with?
Well, you said some transphobic things that have been said on the channel.
Like what?
I can't quote you, so I'm pretty sure. I don't even have my phone. That's hard.
Somebody get her a phone so she can look up the transphobic statements.
Them.
Okay, somebody get them a phone so they can look up what is transphobic that we've said. I'm thinking of a 5-minute video. Done.
Well, I mean, you literally just used the wrong pronouns, so obviously these people are going to already, like, you're already transphobic. You didn't ask for their pronouns before you gendered them. Yeah, they're already offended. There's no winning these people. There's no logic. You're not going to get anywhere with this. You've already lost the debate in their eyes. I mean, it'd be nice if they'd willing to have a rational conversation where they're not looking to be offended, but you've already crossed that line.
By Abigail Schreier called Why Girls Become Boys. Nothing about that video is transphobic.
It's LGBT plus on your page. Content, it doesn't.
Why would it? Because it's not something that we focus on as an organization. We have very few videos on our platform that focus on anything that has to do with being LGBTQ in America. Why would we? We don't think that your sexual orientation, your race, or your gender is pivotal to who you are as a person. We believe in you as an individual.
Oh shit.
I'm wondering if you guys would be. I'm saying.
Okay, what do we got here? The lead attorney. Wait, the lead attorney watching so now we're in quadrupleception. You're watching me. I'm watching lead attorney watching just Pearly Things. This is great. And yes, I'm subscribed to lead attorney. Shout out to lead attorney. Hope to see you in Vegas, brother.
Pearl, that is such a great point because everybody just like her, everybody wants.
Oh, he's on our show.
Problems with the man are and assume that the mother is a good mother. I have represented so many shitty mothers that still get custody of these kids. But everybody's like, 90% of the time, the moms get custody, so there must be a reason on the dad's side. That's what you just said. No one looks at the mother's side, though, and wonders, why is it that even with women being poor mothers, they get custody 90% of the time? Yeah. Right? If you sit back and
fuck yeah, lead attorney.
Makes sense. Of course there's a preference for women.
The men are getting screwed over by the system.
You know, I've said this story here before on this channel, and lead attorney, man, you're right. I had a disagreement with an ex who I have a child with. There was a restraining order filed. Now, mind you, I'm going about my day assuming she and I had a great relationship. I show up to work, and a sheriff serves me with a restraining order. a temporary, TRO, a temporary restraining order. I get home that night, my phone starts ringing off the wall. She's like, well, I don't have to enforce it. I'm not stupid. I'm not fucking that stupid. So I take the 30 days. I get my shit together. I go on a couple dates. I have fun. Court date shows up. I show up to court. The judge asks me 2 questions. Have things ever been violent between the 2 of you? And I say, well, yeah, she used to hit me all the time. And then I'd, put my arms up and grab her arms to defend to stop the beatings. Oh, no. A yes would be fine. It's a yes or no question. Okay. Question number 2. How much do you weigh? 2 questions I was asked in the restraining order hearing. And for 2 years, this restraining order was used to keep me from my daughter. So when you hear these feminists say, oh, it's the men, or, oh, go look at his criminal record, or, his court history, or, they could find that stuff out on CaseNet. They could, people can search your name and find out, oh, you've got a restraining order against you. You can't buy guns. Sometimes it might affect jobs. I tried to get a job in security. I didn't pass the background check because I had a restraining order against me. These things affect human beings. And yet these young women want to use it as a game, want to use it as a weapon. Shout out to lead attorney. You're speaking the truth, brother.
I lease apartments for a living.
Okay, we got stand-up comedy.
Someone called in the other day and said, I need a 1-bedroom apartment. This is my budget, and I'm looking for a particular school district.
Uh-oh.
And I said, oh, you have kids? And he said, no.
Uh-oh.
And then I still had to ask all the apartment questions. Okay, do you have any pets? And like 3 minutes into the conversation, it comes up that he's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you should have said that immediately. Because I haven't been writing anything down.
Oh, yeah. Obviously was a pervert. Nope. He's a teacher. Uh-oh. Is OnlyFans worth it? Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is fresh and fit, too. This is great.
Nigga to come through, get me off OnlyFans, pay my restitution so I can just sit the fuck home. Go fuck who you
Wait,
want.
what?
Just take care
Get
of
me off OnlyFans. You shouldn't be on OnlyFans in the first place if you don't want to be on OnlyFans, you stupid bitch.
I want to stay home and watch anime all day long. Like, I'm about to cry. No, I'm going to wait for it because that's what I want. But keep investing. I manifest.
Look at him just laughing. Oh my gosh.
The way that like traditional dating has like faded out, it's like now we have to make it like unnormal for like a guy to like do the things that they like did before.
What were the things women did before?
Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know. What did women do before? Oh, yeah. You fucking vacuumed the goddamn house while he was at work. You did the dishes. You changed the shitty diapers.
You said you were desirous of traditional courtship, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know what that looks like from a guy's end?
What do you mean?
Okay. So asking you out, taking initiative,
That's like
planning the date. Wednesday, 7 p.m., I'm taking you here, picking you up, leading, paying for the date. What were the women's traditional roles?
I don't even know. That's actually a hard question. I don't even know. Like,
I don't even know. Like, what did women do? Oh, my God.
A girl can do just besides, like, I mean, really just, like, show up. I mean...
Just show up. Again, this goes back to the first clip of this little roulette here, where the chick was like, oh, well, I'm loyal. I'll be loyal. I have a good family. Like, these aren't your qualities. Like, these aren't individual qualities. Anyone can be loyal. And this chick, oh, you just show up. Well, anyone can show up. Why should anyone give a shit that you, as an individual, are showing up? Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on the dating sites. Look, I'm swiping. There's nothing. Like, there's no. These women have such basic blank profiles. It's look at me, like this chick here. Look at me. I'm wearing a low cut top. You could see a little cleavage. And there's like no personality. Like, I like to travel. Okay. Other than Jeremy Hambley, who doesn't like to travel? Like, don't get me wrong. I hate flying. A lot of people hate traveling, but who doesn't enjoy a nice vacation every once in a while? Everyone likes getting out of the house, right? Unless you're a crazy, extreme introvert with the phobia, I forget what it's called, agoraphobia, I think. You're literally telling me nothing that is not true about every other woman on this website when that's your entire profile is a picture of your cleavage and I like to travel. How am I supposed to type something more than, all these women, please say more than just hi if you message me. What the fuck am I going to come up with to talk to you about other than hi, let's hook up? If the only thing you're giving me is, I like to travel, look at my cleavage, please say more than hi. And it's every other profile on every dating site. It's either that profile or the crazy, insane feminist who wants to rant about all the approved political positions of the mainstream media, the rainbow, the fist, the Ukraine flag. I mean, those are your two. If you voted for Trump, swipe left. I mean, these are the two profiles you see on dating websites. Anyway.
Okay, would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes.
So do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman can, being a feminist is...
This is my personal view. My personal view is to be sexist against you. And again, we're getting a lot of these from these same three.
Whatever you want.
Look, I'm not a fan. I this at whatever and Fresh and Fit. I don't really follow those people, and I no longer follow Pearly. I don't know why I get so many clips from these three shows. But anyway, we'll see.
Want to do, and not being bashed by society for that, and obviously standing up for women's rights and stuff like that. But when it
rights and stuff like that.
Really dense.
If you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through yes, in society, fixing that, and through
fixing what? Oh my God! She hasn't even said anything. She's like, oh my Lord.
The system, but yeah, I don't. Oh my God.
Okay.
It's like the Miss America thing. Like, kids don't have maps. What? She didn't have an answer. She's just randomly on and on. Literally, she's like, oh, I can be sexist against you because it's okay. Oh no, I can't stand this bitch. Fuck that.
I was supposed to interview him actually actually in May 2021. That's when I first asked him.
Yeah, no, fuck that too.
You haven't had that.
More fresh and
If
fit.
somebody asked to touch
no, that's.
This is one of the most epic meltdowns I've ever seen.
Fuck you, quarter. Tate.
Bro, I had a major brain alert. Major. Check this shit out. Could somebody please explain why there are so many photos of white people coming in on boats? Specifically, coming here to America on boats. Coming here.
I mean, immigration happened. It's not a conspiracy theory. Immigration happened. You know, Europeans wanted a taste of the American dream. But down in the caption it says slave ships. Are these slave ships? Can we confirm that these are slave ships and not the immigrant ships?
To America on boats in the 1800s. But I can't find no photos of so-called black people coming here on boats.
Okay. Well, I get what you're putting down. And maybe I could get with that. But it's like, how many people were taking pictures of horses being shipped over? How many people were taking pictures of dogs being shipped over? Those people treated black people like they were animals. Like they were property. You don't take pictures of a boat full of tea. You don't take pictures of a boat full of rice, you know? It's all just commodities. You don't take pictures of that. Or at least you didn't when cameras were that fucking expensive. You know, maybe now that we all have, you know, smart devices, you might. But I don't think these people would.
To America. Because according to their history, the last slave ship came here in 1858. Now here's where it get real interesting for me.
Okay.
So my 4 times great-grandmother, Delia Corsi, born around 1820, has an actual photo. And she still look young.
Okay.
So I'm guessing maybe this is 1845, maybe 1850.
She's kind of good looking.
Where the boat?
I didn't understand that. There's a picture of her, but no boat. Okay. Again, why are we not photographing boats? Okay, whatever. I just gotta say, yeah, we don't photograph every boat with every, you know.
Would you like to have a discussion, or would you like to interrupt and be contentious? I'm trying to
Would
listen.
you like to be arrogant and not hear anyone, hear people say,
Steven Crowder.
you're making me uncomfortable, you're hurting me, you're causing dysfunction in the world, say, oh, are you going to have an intellectual discussion? Because, like, I don't understand or
No, I understand
honor other
exactly.
people's
You said
experience.
there's
You
no
really
definition
don't,
of a
dude.
human right.
You really don't. People who understand and empathize with other people, when they say, hey, man, you're really making me uncomfortable and you're making my life worse.
Yeah, legally that's
they
irrelevant.
practice on hearing. They don't make references to the f***ing law, man.
But that's what matters.
Okay. Anyway, more pearly, more fresh and fit. Why am I getting so much of
I'm not gonna
these?
date a guy just because he has money. No, he has no money. Like
Again, men and money.
Ironic that a white man is wearing a
Oh.
woman for Trump and a feminist for Trump when I consider myself a feminist and.
Did you just assume my gender?
Oh!
You said white man.
Ah!
Okay,
I love this.
You know I'm not a woman.
I see your point. I'll
You
take
need
that.
to check your white privilege, your white female privilege. I think.
You think?
A little bit.
Kind of ironic that a white man.
Ah! I love that. That was amazing. I don't know who this dude is, but fucking thank you. That was awesome.
Is what is the antidote towards toxic masculinity?
What
Oh,
precisely?
more Peterson. Here we go.
What precisely is toxic masculinity, as opposed to say toxic femininity or toxic humanity? What exactly are you asking me about?
I really want to know what you like, how you would describe toxic masculinity. Because
No, I want you to define what toxic masculinity constitutes. Since we're going to define things so carefully, let's do it.
neglects the freedom of the opposite, gender or whatsoever. So that's toxic masculinity, and that you kind of.
Oh, is there an opposite gender? Wait, I thought gender was a construct. Thought gender didn't exist.
I lost my sentence now. But no, I will be back. I'm back.
That the utterance toxic masculinity actually constitutes a meaningful phrase. And if you push it, you find very rapidly that it doesn't.
My question is,
You've not had
more
So
whatever.
300-pound bouncer. Yeah.
Jocko
Did you
will
ever get a test as a bouncer that you had any trouble with?
No, not really. Not at that point.
Yeah.
I know you're so oppressed, my dears. I know.
Okay, Michael Knowles. All right, I'm gonna kind of chill out. Let me give kind of some of my thoughts into what YouTube has decided is the type of content that its algorithm wants me to watch. Now, look, we've seen all these news articles about how YouTube directs people to the far right and directs people to homophobic and misogynistic content. I mean, I think we've seen YouTube has picked up on some of the things I've watched in the past and has decided I want to see all this gender argument and race argument bullshit and all this super masculine, the Jocko Willink, oh, I got in a fight and I whooped his ass. Well, okay. And nothing against Jocko or his guest there. I'm just saying that YouTube thinks I want to watch men brag about fights they've been in, and that's not necessarily the type of thing I'm into. I'm into philosophical thought and discussion. And definitely there's some that can be had around these topics, and I hope I've done a good enough job for my audience to take these very simplistic short cuts of audio and video and put some coherent actual logic and thought deeper than the surface of what these clips provide. But it's not that I think any of the content is wrong. I mean, I just think right now it's the thing. It's the thing that's in abundance. It's the thing that has become popular. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because like I said, even Pearly has gotten so over-marketed and produced that I can't subscribe to her. Because I get just flooded. There's too many clips. Too many clips. And maybe that's reflective on me. Maybe I'm not clipping little bits of my show out enough, to get in on this algorithm grift of what is YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram Reels. It is what it is. And I get slightly different content on the Facebook/Instagram Reels. I get quite a bit different content on there, even though I kind of like the same type of content that I seem to like on YouTube. So, yeah, there might be something to all the criticisms of YouTube being a far right-wing platform. I mean, definitely the way they censor people is not very right-wing. Definitely some of their inability to have a coherent policy that they would apply equally to everyone. That's not very right-wing. But it is what it is. And hopefully everyone's had a decent time tonight. I've had a little bit of fun. This is what I would be doing. Would I not have been live streaming? I'd probably be just checking out random videos on the internet. I try to do some browsing on Twitter and I like watching the funny stuff, and I'm out of whiskey here. I'm not going to pour another glass, but I do want to give one more shout out and a cheers to iHypocrite, JP at iHypocrite. Oh, my damn chair's losing air. I do want to give another shout out. I've shouted out his channel before, iHypocrite, JP Original. If you do a search on Rumble for You Can't Stop Progress, You Can't Stop Progress is one of my favorite things every week. And every Sunday night, he takes every weird viral culture war clip off of the internet and just manages to create like an hour and a half to 2 hour show that just shows you how fucked up our country is from week to week. All the crazy fights at McDonald's, all the crazy teachers on TikTok talking about their pronouns. I mean, it just go watch it. That's kind of what I was hoping to do here, is kind of have a little reflection on culture. But unfortunately, my YouTube algorithm doesn't give me very much variety. It wants to feed me the same old gender argument stuff. And I apologize for that. This hasn't been as entertaining of a show as I'd hoped. But, you know, I'm trying new things out when I don't have a long topic to discuss, an important turn of events in our culture. It's been kind of a slow news month, with the exception of the Chinese balloon, which I covered in depth in one good show. I'm doing what I can to provide y'all something to laugh at, something to think about, something to hear, something to enjoy. And I hope I'm doing the right job. If you want to see something covered, please leave a comment below down in the bottom of the comments here, either on YouTube or on Rumble. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please check out Rumble. If you haven't been on Rumble, a lot of you probably, if you found me, then probably a lot of your favorite YouTubers are on Rumble. So find me on Rumble. The link's down in the description, along with my other social media. Please find me. Hit the like, subscribe button, share, hit the bell for notifications. All those things will help you find when my next show is. Definitely going to try to keep coming up with new ways to find new content, find ways to have conversations with you, my chat. And again, as always, my policy is if you come in here and you say hi to me, I'll be forced to pour another glass and take a drink and say welcome and cheers. But today, I'm stopping at one glass. Catch you next time here on Mild's Culture Plate. This Wednesday, probably 6 p.m. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Don't get any on you. And if you do, rub that shit in real good. Take care, everybody. Peace.